So today we left Buena Vista, Virginia. We stayed at an Airbnb slash hostel called White Tree Inn, and it's one of the best places we have ever stayed at. We actually decided to take a zero there to rest, and also because Jeff's heels have been bothering him, and we figured we really need to take some time to make sure we recover so we can make it all the way to Katahdin instead of just rushing ourselves. But anyway, the White Tree Inn is a historic house. It's owned by a couple named Chris and Marie, and their daughter Johanna shuttled us, and just wonderful people. They made us feel at home. They keep feeding us. It was just like home. And I cooked some adobo for dinner last night. It was just a wonderful place to socialize, mingle with people, and just get your mind off of the trail for a little bit. But anyway, so Jeff and I are taking it easy. We're doing 14 miles today, and we're going to a shelter. It has a long name and I can't ever remember it, but they are supposed to have good water source there. But anyway, yeah, we have been having a wonderful time. We reached 800 miles the other day, and can't wait to get to Harper's Ferry. I think right now I heard that 11 people have already passed Harper's Ferry, so we can't wait to get there. But we're not gonna rush ourselves. We'll take care of our aches and pains. More than anything, we want to make sure that we're not having any injuries. It's very hot today and there's no breeze. I miss the cold January. So we have arrived here at the shelter. So far no one is here, but that doesn't mean no one is gonna come later. It looks like a pretty good size shelter. Looks clean. Jeff is getting some water. And there. So I'm gonna go sweep the floor and set up. Today is feels long, even though it's only 14 miles, but we, like I mentioned earlier, we wanted to make sure that we were not rushing ourselves, kind of like just an easy hike. And thankfully the terrain has been really nice. There were a lot of switchbacks, and uphills were not too bad. That's what is difficult for Jeff's heels. When he's going uphill, it really hurt his heels. So this is the water source for that shelter. It's a few hundred yards away, but it has a pipe spring flowing really good. So we are leaving Sealy Woodworth Memorial Shelter. It's a really nice shelter, and I think this is the first shelter ever that we have stayed at that we didn't find any trash. Doesn't even have trash underneath, so that is awesome. But we had a good night here. It wasn't windy, it was a quiet night, and we're actually starting late again today because we just didn't feel like getting up. I was telling Jeff we could take a 0 here, but we have to make some miles. And today I think there is some rain later in the afternoon. I'm not so sure how much chance of precipitation we have today, but I'm hoping it's not going to be as hot as yesterday, because yesterday was pretty hot. Anyway, Jeff used the privy. He said there's a lot of spiders and bugs in there. Otherwise, it's useful. Anyway, we're going to hike over 14 miles again today. And again, I can't remember the name of the shelter. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. There's rain in the forecast. So, hoping there's nobody in the shelter so we can stay there when we get there. But if there's somebody there, we'll just camp. I got a message yesterday from Grey Goose, who we met in one of the hostels last week. She told me that she and Termite, who we also met at the hostel, in one of the hostels, were in Stanimals in Glasgow, and that Believer, Weatherman, and Heisenberg were also there at the same time. And so Jeff and I were saying, oh man, all the people that we really like together in the same place, and we're not even there to mingle with them. But Believer is so cool. We have met him a few times in another hostel. I think it was Weary Feet. But he even cooked everyone breakfast one time. He woke up really early in the morning because he wanted to start his hike early, but he cooked breakfast for everyone, and he made really good grits. Okay, we're gonna stop here and rest, have some snacks, and also do our stretches. So we had our little break here with a nice view. I wasn't able to take a video because another hiker came up. She's actually from Colorado as well. First time we've met somebody from Colorado. She is hiking southbound and her trail name is Solo. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, we still have a lot of miles to go, so we're gonna get going. And I wanted to mention that when we went to Buena Vista, we got some gators because we get annoyed with the leaves and all the vegetation that gets in our shoes. And look at Jeff's gators.
Marla did not want me to get these. That's the only reason I got them.
Yep. He just wants to annoy me. But look how beautiful they are.
Skulls and flowers are so pretty.
And mine are just kind of like cosmos. But his has flowers and pink.
But they definitely keep out the leaves and the sticks and the twigs, because at the end of the day, your shoes would just be full of them.
Yes, yes. The back of our legs. Is that how you say it? Still get pretty dirty, but
we usually wash up in whatever water we can get when we get to a shelter area.
Speaking of water, this stretch from Sealy Shelter, water is not easy to come by. I think the water we're gonna get to right now is about 10 miles. Well, I mean, you know, you are not going to cross a body of water until 10 miles from Sealy Shelter, but there is supposed to be water by the Priest Shelter, which is I think it's 0.1 off the 80. But anyway, yeah, it's hot today, and there's actually a few sections lately where water has been difficult to find or not as available, but we just had to carry 2 liters of water, which is, Jeff said, about, did you say 4 pounds?
4 pounds what?
Of water? 2 liters?
Yeah, about 4.4 pounds.
Yeah, so we had to carry extra, but that's just how you do it when you can't, you know, be finding water along the way. Anyway, we're supposed to cross a good body of water down here, so we are finally going to cross a body of water to get some more water. I think we have about 3.7 miles left.
It said we went from 3,962 feet to 987 feet.
What?
We've lost 3,000 feet.
Yeah, if you're Sobos and you're going to the Priest, that's a long climb. Glad we don't have to do that. Let's see how many miles is the Harper's Creek Shelter. It says 2.5, but sometimes the sign doesn't match the far out.
There's far out lies.
I don't know. Either far out lied or the sign is lying.
Far out lies all the time.
Yeah, sometimes it will be like half a mile off. That's the Harper's Creek, and it's 0.2 miles from the shelter. There's supposed to be water close to the shelter, so hopefully that's true, so we don't have to come back here, even though it's only 0.2 miles. Today, even though we only did 14.4, it was so hot. I'm so exhausted. The heat is so exhausting. So I don't want to do extra miles if I can avoid it. Lots of nice tent sites here. This is where we're sleeping tonight. There is somebody in the shelter already when we got here, and even though she invited us over to stay in there because there was just one person, we decided we'll just tent because we're gonna be waking up pretty early in the morning and we didn't really want to bother her. Plus, it doesn't seem like it will rain until 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be hiking by then. It's a little dark right now. I didn't have time to film earlier because I had to get cleaned up and everything and eat. But it seems like a warm night, so it's really nice.